Hi guys, Darren from Venom Fluid Art. Hopefully you've just watched The Joy of Pouring with Cy Frost. If you missed it, I'll put a link in the description and you'll be able to go back and watch it at your leisure. Now, today is actually my 100th video. So, I figured, let's make it crazy. And I'll show you some stuff that you probably have never ever seen before. Why not, he says. So what I'm doing is putting pillow paint down, which is British Paint Slow Sheen. That is a house paint here in Australia. Works great. Love the stuff. Ain't cheap, but it's good. So that's a 8-inch MDF round that I've got sitting there. It's about 1/2 inch thick, 12 mil. Near enough is close enough. Alright, and what I'm going to do is spin out the pillow paint, so it's all spun out so there's no movement in it. Alright, we'll pop that up where you can see it. It should be roughly there. Just wet this edge. Alright, near enough is close enough. Grab a rag. Alright, what we're going to do, check this out. We're going to do a fake pearl pour. I know, right? Crazy. But it's fun. So what I'm going to do is just use cell activators. Now I've got, what have I got? I've got black. Well, it's actually purple. That's got black in it, so it makes it really, really dark purple. But it's got interference violet in it. By Acrylic. So what I'm going to do is throw some of that down first. Yep, straight on top of the pillow paint. Use some of this magenta. Now all these colours are all Amsterdam colours. So that's a red violet or something they call it. We've got blue, which is phthalo blue. Now this is the second time I've had a go at this because it didn't record the first time. Doesn't that drive you nuts? Well, not so much you, but me. Alright, fluoro pink. So like I said, these are just cell activators. Titanium white. Now these are mixed with Floetrol, just because I had some laying around and went, you know what, I'll use that. It still works if you use paint and water. No biggie. Now this one's just straight black cell activator, which is Amsterdam lamp black. Might go with that magenta colour again, red violet, whatever it was called. So a bit that more there. Might go with a bit more fluoro pink. Maybe a bit more blue. Just in the middle like that. Now you're all looking at me like I'm crazy. I can see. But it's fun, trust me. Give this a go, because I come across it by mistake. So it gives you some cool patterns. Now I'm going to get my little blower. and blow it out like I would a balloon. Alright, so start from the centre, work your way out. Now obviously if you lay your colours down differently, you get different results. So definitely one to just mess around with, different colours, different layering. Because you get different results every time you do it. Alright, so we'll start with that. Grab a straw, give it a bit of a blow in the centre. And then you can actually pick different places. Have a bit of a blow. Like that. And you'll start to see all the pearls pop up. So it takes a little bit of a while for it to all come up properly, but it's a really trippy effect when it's all popped up. Now I've put these in different colour order than I did the last one. Because I couldn't remember what order I put them in. So it looks different to the last one that I did. So we'll give that a spin. Spin some of that colour out. Get back the other way. Alright, so as that paint spins out across the surface, it allows the cell activator to sink into the pillow and pop your little pearls up. The only difference is you're not using enamel paints and all that other stinky stuff to make it do the same thing. How trippy is that? And then if there's places where you want more white to pop through, just grab your straw, give it a bit more of a blow. And it does crazy stuff like that. How bizarre is that? There you go. A fake pearl pour. Who'd have thought? So, scrape them edges. Now, the longer that sits there, the more Little pearls are going to pop up as time goes on. But it doesn't fully swallow the entire surface. They'll only grow so big and then stop. Unlike pearl pores when you get it wrong and it takes over the entire thing. Been there, done that. Things go bad. Alright. So, there you go. Probably something you've never seen before. But I thought that would be quite a bit of fun. Alright, I might move this one. I'll grab another MDF round and I think we might do something else. Alrighty. I have no idea what I'm going to do. So, I'm just going to make it up as I go along. What I think I might do is I'm going to grab some random colours. Going to grab a big swipe tool, if I could remember where I've put it. Ah, here it is. Big swiping tool. Alright, I'm going to go and put some cell activator down on that first. What I might do is move that out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. What do you reckon? Yeah, good idea. Alright, I'll put that to one side. Try not to dangle my cable in it. Alright. So, prop that up a bit, make it a bit more level. Alright, so trace some cell activator on it. What else do we have? We'll try a couple of different cell activators. And a blue. Alright, so we've got 3 different coloured cell activators there. Then, I'm going to just put some random colours on that. So this is Inferno. Just grab a cloth so I can wipe my little stick. We've got an orange. Can't remember for the life of me what it was. Go some yellow, which is submarine. That. And we'll go with a fluoro pink, I think. Now this fluoro pink is actually Amsterdam. Now that's a little bit thicker than I'd like it to be, but whatever. Right, so I'll put a little bit of that down. Then I'm going to grab that off there without spilling it everywhere. Grab my round, which has the pillow paint down, and then do a swipe on it. Like that. You're going to get a whole heap of cells start popping up. Which is pretty cool. Give that a bit of a stretch out. Get my straw, give it a bit of a blow. Like that. So you get all that really cool stuff that pops up. But then, what I'm going to do is grab some other colours and do a little bloom in the middle of it. So that is Funk by this little piggy. What else do we have? This is like a quinacridone magenta. Might throw a bit more Inferno down. Some more yellow, which is the submarine. What's this one? Sapphire. And maybe a little bit of mermaid. Why not? Alright. Then I'm going to get my blue cell activator. Put a bit of that down. Go a little bit more submarine on top of that. And then put the black cell activator down. Alright. Get my little mini blower and blow that out. Move that in the middle a bit more. Like that. Grab my straw. Okie dokie. Give that a bit of a spin. Grab my skewer, because you know I love playing with a skewer. And just put some crazy little patterns in certain places through it. Scrape some of this excess off around the edge. Okay. Give that a bit of a spin. And just see what patterns we come up with. All about having a little bit of fun. Right, then. So we'll pop that one up. How trippy did that turn out? You get all sorts of trippy colours and weird designs just by running swipes first and then throw a bloom over the top. Alright, we'll throw that down there. Give that a bit of a scrape around the edges. Otherwise, all that excess will drag off and take all your colour with it. We don't want that. Alright, scrape that. It's definitely bizarre. Love it. Alright, I'm going to throw that to one side. I'm going to do another quick one. And then we'll call it a day. So, I'll be back in a sec. Alright. How about we do a bloom with nothing but pigments? So, no tube paints, just all straight pigments. Let's see if it works, shall we? Let's go. So, this one here is a fairy floss that I've messed around with. Neoned it up a little bit. So, that is by this little piggy. So, it's a pigment. Let's grab some submarine, which is another pigment by this little piggy. So, as you all probably know by now, I like all my colours pretty thick. So, if you keep your colours thick, they don't tend to bleed into each other. End up mud. You tend to get better cells. So what was that? That was Hustle by this little piggy. And I just dropped it on the floor. Yay! Nice job, Daz. What else we got? Ba-dum. Funk by this little piggy. We can go with some lemon sorbet. That's a pigment. think we'll go with some mermaid. By this little piggy. So all of these are all piggies. They're all pigments. And what else shall we use? Grunge. That's bright. We'll go with that. Why not, he says. So, we'll see what happens when we just use all pigments. Hey, found some Comet. We're using Comet. That's an interference colour. Now, if you put that down underneath your black cell activator, any of the interference colours, it changes the colour of your cell activator. When you tilt it in the light, the black picks up all the interference colours. Alright, I'll move that into the middle a bit more. Pop some of those bubbles. Now you'll notice I've already spun the pillow paint out. I like to do that. So we'll get some Amsterdam Lamp Black. Okay. I don't know whether you can see that or not, but where the black cell activator is, it's actually changing the colour. It's picking up all those interference colours. Alright, air blower, mini blower. Where is it? Here we go. Give this a blow. Start with that. Grab a straw and blow that out a little bit. Now, as long as there's colour underneath that cell activator, you're going to get cells pop up. If there isn't colour underneath, you get white dots that appear. So make some little patterns around the outside edge. So that is just all pigments. No tube paints whatsoever. Does it work? Yep, sure does. But there's always a but. If your paints are thin, they're going to sink into that pillow paint. Now, it won't do it as much on mine because I've already spun the pillow out, so it's only thin. But it will sink if you do a normal everyday Shelley art type pillow. And you'll lose your colours. What you're using the tube paints for is to try and suspend all those pigments up in the air long enough for when you spread it all out, cell activator sinks all through it so that it doesn't all turn to mud. You can get away with it by using thicker colour for your pigments, but it pays to add a tube paint in there somewhere. It just sort of helps. But by all means, give it a go. Have a bit of an experiment and just play with different things. That's the best way to find out whether things work or not. You know, just grab some paint, throw it down, try different orders, and see what you come up with. So what we'll do is we'll give that a bit of a spin. Preferably as close to center as possible, which that's pretty good. Now it shouldn't move around too much because I've already spun the pillow paint out. If you spin your pillow paint out first before you add your colours, it's only the colours that are moving across the top of your pillow paint. I've found by doing that, your cells don't distort anywhere near as much when you spin them out. So, just little tips and tricks for playing with blooms. There's all sorts of crazy little things you can get away with. Right, we'll pop that one up, we'll take a look at it. How cool is that? So that there is just all pigments. So if you try thickening your colours up and giving it a go, see what happens. By having thicker colours, you'll get solid lines through your modifications. Sorry, still dying with Rona. And they will stay solid like that. As they dry, they stay exactly the same. Alright, so have a bit of a play with some thicker colours. Alright, put that one down. Always scrape underneath the edge. So you don't want that paint to drag your design off the top. And it will, guaranteed. It's like when you put it on a drying rack, make sure your drying rack is as close to humanly possibly level as you can get it. Away from any, you know, breezes or fans and things like that that are going. I know it's hot over in the northern hemisphere at the moment, so you'd like to have your fans and aircon going, but it really is detrimental to how your piece dries. Things tend to move. Alright, I think that one's pretty much a winner. Now, I've done this 150 odd times, one after another, and what you see now is exactly how it dries. So, it does work, but your colours definitely need to be thicker. If they're not thick enough, it's just going to sink, turn to mud. That's why you add the tube paints in to stabilise it. Alright, I think that's it for today. So, that was a help. Bonus. Please click like, share and subscribe. Ring the notification bell. That way you get to see all my videos as I release them. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.